excited to not only be the hot student, but also my last-minute speaker this morning. Don has been in Toastmasters for about 11 months, and he's mostly enjoying the experience. Well, possibly other than being a hot seat. Today, he has chosen to use a prop and to try to build around it. The title of the speech, Waiting for the Green Light. For 5 to 7 minutes. 5 to 7 minutes, Don Welton, Waiting for the Green Light.
Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests. Today I'm going to put you to work a little bit. I'm going to ask some questions. And not rhetorical questions, I want answers. They're going to be simple answers, yes or no. But I don't, rather than saying yes or saying no, I want you to show me so that I can get a quick, how many are saying yes, how many are saying no. So here's how it's going to work. Yes, hand up, no, hand down. Yes, no, yes, no. Let's try one. If the answer is yes, if the answer is no, you guys are good. Okay. The first question. How many of you believe I can fit in this bag? Almost there. It's time for me to stand. My watch is telling me. Okay. Let me give you a little bit more information then. How many of you believe I can fit in this bag? This is an Aaron Brothers art framing bag. It's the kind of bag I have a lot of at home. Okay. How many believe I can fit in the bag? Yes, I got a few of you. I better give you a little bit more information. There's nothing trick about the bag. It's just a regular bag. Nothing special. It's not a magical bag. There's no little hiding spots. It's an Aaron Brothers bag. How many of you believe I can fit in the bag? A few of you hanging on. I better give you a little bit more information. I'm not a magician. I have no tricks. I have no, ways to somehow make myself really itty-bitty. How many of you still believe I can fit in the bag? A little more information. How many of you believe I can completely fit in the bag? Here's one sucker. Let's kind of see where we're at.
I want to see you try it. There you go.
Are you guys still out there?
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard.
I don't think you're trying.
Is anybody else having a problem breathing? No. I don't think I can fit completely in the back. I thought I would try, but that almost sums up my life. Many times I've discovered I don't quite fit in the bag. This is all I'm doing. I just thought of that. I've been through so many different jobs, so many different careers in my life, so many different crazy things, some of them you already heard of. I heard a speaker, and it really resonated with me, because she talked about today you're probably going to have several different careers in your life. I thought back about my grandparents. Both my grandparents had one job their entire life. I thought back to my parents. My mother had one job her entire life. My dad had a couple, probably 3. I've had like 49 or something. I'm going to count it out, but wow. Our times are changing. I think of technologies, industries. Industries come, industries go. Technology creates new jobs. Technology eats up old jobs. Well, what are we going to do? Are we going to keep trying to fit in the same bag that looks like I ripped my bag? The same bag that we've always tried to fit in? Or are we going to learn new skills? Here I was, 55, got married, moved to Riverside. Horrible time to move. Horrible time to look for a new job a few years ago. What was I going to do? Nobody wanted to hire me. I mean, you all know me well enough to understand why. Opportunity, though. You know, I thought about it and I started reading up things about it, and there's things you can do to learn new things. That's how I ended up at RCC. I ended up, you know, studying applied digital media. I wanted to learn how to create digital magazines, digital books, that kind of thing, and that was interesting to me. And then I stumbled into photography and fell in love with photography. But what I really want to share with you today is no matter where you're at, is there probably somebody in this room today, with this amount of people, probably somebody in here that sometime soon, if not already, will have a crisis in their life where they found out they don't fit in the bag anymore and they have to do something new. And I stumbled across this book. I just want to share for a moment, and I made it to the green light, and that's the title of my speech. But it's called The Long Tail. Have any of you ever heard of the book The Long Tail? Anybody familiar with the concept of the long tail? The long tail, it's with marketing, and basically, you have Walmart, and they're going to sell like 10 million of these albums. Do they sell albums anymore? Or CDs, or, you know, whatever, music. And if you're not one of those top 40 hits, you're not going to get put in Walmart. You're not going to get put in the different stores. And with the age of the internet, you take the top 40 of something, and they're producing, you know, millions of sales. And then you take like the next 100, and they're producing hundreds of thousands of sales. And you look at the next 100, and they're producing tens of thousands of sales, and the next 100, and it keeps going out. And that's what the long tail is. If you looked at the graph, you know, but as you look out, there used to not be a way to market that way. Now you can set up an internet site and create some kind of book that you can sell, that you can, maybe there's 500 people in America that might want it. A store's not going to print it, a store's not going to handle it, but you can make an ebook out of it. Anyway, I'm getting off topic a little bit, and now I'm getting all the way yellow. But the main thing I wanted you to catch today is sometimes we don't fit in the bag. And you got to learn to think outside the bag. The second thing I wanted you to catch today was it's very hard to breathe when you're inside the bag. So I would advise you to not try this at home.